Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something vital for everyone: heart health. Our source is the Healthy Heart Guide, and honestly, it's pretty remarkable. It offers this, well, really comprehensive look, sometimes quite surprising, beyond the usual stuff. We want to pull out those key insights for you, and some might not be what you expect.
What's really striking is how it connects everything. Lifestyle habits you might not even think are linked to your heart. It's not just diet, not just exercise, it's a whole interconnected strategy.
Exactly. And the guide lays out, I think, 9 essential approaches at its core.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Starting with what most people think of first, right? Nutrition. The guide goes deep into a nutritious eating plan. But here's a twist. It's not just eat your veggies. It puts this surprising focus on fermented foods for gut health and how that links directly to cardiovascular inflammation. That's not something you hear every day.
It's a really crucial point because if you think about the bigger picture, your gut microbiome, it directly influences inflammation all over your body, even cholesterol metabolism. So adding things like kefir, sauerkraut, like the guide suggests, it's not just for digestion, it's actively supporting your heart.
Okay, that makes sense. And then building on that, there's consistent physical activity. But again, it's not just about logging hours at the gym. What really jumped out at me was the focus on exercise snacks.
Yes, the micro workouts.
Exactly. Short, intense bursts, like maybe 3 10-minute high-intensity sessions spread through the day. And the guide shows data suggesting this can be nearly as good as longer workouts for heart health. Makes it seem much more achievable, right?
Oh, absolutely. They can significantly improve endothelial function. That's the lining of your blood vessels. Super important for blood pressure, overall resilience. It's about being smart with your time, not just putting in hours.
Then the guide obviously covers achieving and maintaining a healthy body weight and quitting smoking. Pretty standard advice there. But then it gets really specific on alcohol. Lots of guides just say moderation.
Right, which can be vague.
Yeah, this one gives a clear threshold. It points out that even moderate drinking, say past 2 drinks for men regularly, starts to wipe out any tiny potential benefit and significantly ups the risk for things like atrial fibrillation.
That's such a critical clarification. That whole red wine is good for your heart thing can be really misleading. While some studies hint at minimal benefits, this guide is clear. Go over a very low limit, and the risks like direct damage to the heart muscle or arrhythmias, they shoot right up. It's a subtle but vital distinction.
Okay, now this is where I found it got really interesting. It moves beyond the physical stuff. It talks about effective stress reduction and getting adequate restful sleep. For many people, these probably aren't top of mind for heart health. What kind of practical things does it suggest beyond just, try to relax?
That's key because stress is, well, it's just part of life, isn't it? The guide suggests practical, quick things like specific breathing exercises, short mindfulness moments you can do anywhere. These actually trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. Helps counter that chronic cortisol and adrenaline hit. Because that stuff over time can literally stiffen your arteries, increase resistance, and just plain wear out your heart.
So it's not just the number of hours you sleep then, it's the quality.
Precisely. Poor sleep, fragmented sleep.
Right.
It messes with crucial hormones. Think leptin, ghrelin, insulin sensitivity, all tied to appetite, weight, inflammation, all raising cardiovascular risk. So the guy pushes good sleep hygiene, even specific breathing techniques before bed to help you get into those deeper restorative sleep cycles.
Right. And the last couple of points tie it all together. Vigilant tracking of vital health metrics and routine medical checkups. So what does that actually mean for you, the listener, beyond just knowing your cholesterol number?
Well, connecting it back, it's about being proactive, but with more detail. The guide suggests looking beyond just the basic cholesterol panel. Maybe looking at C-reactive protein for inflammation or even specific types of cholesterol particles, and really understanding your family history. You can't really fix what you don't measure properly, right? These regular checks and tracking, they let you catch things early, maybe intervene before something like endothelial dysfunction becomes a major problem. Knowledge really is power, but only, when you understand it and actually use it.
Okay. So we've covered these 9 key areas: the nuanced diet, the efficient exercise, that specific alcohol advice, the crucial role of managing stress and getting good sleep, and finally, the tracking and checkups. They all work together, forming this integrated strategy. As you think about all this, which one specific insight from the Healthy Heart Guide feels most relevant to you? Which one could you focus on applying, maybe starting today, to make the biggest difference for your own cardiovascular well-being?